right, let's get to some superlatives here, and I'm going to start with you, Eric, because you brought this one up a little bit earlier, but who or what is having the best glow-up for the Nuggets?
The best glow-up, not for the Nuggets, but in general, advanced analytics.
That's not where I thought you were going.
Bro, all this stuff where it's like, oh, okay, you need a calculator. It says he's good on defense, but if you watch him, everything's right, dude. He's that much better than it. All of these numbers actually mean something. They're based on something. They're telling a story. It's not the only way to look at it, but you cannot pretend that they're not actually reflecting some reality of the game. And Jokic is showing that. All the people that dismiss him as this idea, like this analytics darling, are just having to all 100% one by one eat crow. They're like, oh, God damn it. If only there was some way to clearly show that this was a person we should be paying attention to. Okay, advanced analytics, good on you.
Good job. All right, Dev, how do you top that?
Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is the answer. He's now in the discussion of top 5 point guards. He hasn't been in that discussion, the entire year. You could name 5 guys right now that, was in that discussion. They were starting to argue about him being other people that he probably was over. He's not an all-star. He doesn't get those same type of discussions, but now we're starting to talk about him in the same light of top duo of all time, in a historical sense. Off of this run, he's having such a historical run right now where people are saying, hey, he is good. And I think people thought he was good, but I didn't think that they thought he was this good.
Totally.
And just taking over. Everybody remembers him from the bubble. We're not even talking about Bubble Murray. I didn't hear that at all today after him having a 30-point triple-double.
Yeah, he's better.
He's actually just showing that he's better. And also, this is just the norm. People are talking about them banging. They haven't won one championship. People are talking about them banging off, more than one next year, the year after that, and things like that. That's a glow up.
Yeah, dude. Talking about Bubble Murray is like talking about high school Dev.
Yeah, I knew it though.
He was good back then, but come on,
man.
He's better now,
man. And I'm telling you, so
superstar Dev better than
with Jamal. I'm looking at the Ringer's top 100 players. Remember they ranked him, and coming into the season, ESPN had him 50th something. He's coming back from injury. They were factoring that in. Ringer had him 29th. And to be honest with you, it felt almost high.
Right.
Because it was all right, they're, whatever. Right ahead of him, Brandon Ingram. Already, I think most people would look at that and say, one of these guys is a proven winner. The other guy has a lot of skill. I'm not calling him a loser. I'm just saying,
pull it together, Jamal
The
Murray.
thing about Murray is, he's a winner. He just wins. Lowry Markkanen, great season.
Most improved player.
Pascal Siakam was great. He's a champion as well. Yep. He was a champion as the second best player. So I'll leave it there. Jalen Brunson, amazing year.
Yeah.
This is a different level though.
He had an amazing playoffs too.
Yeah.
Different level.
Different level though.
There are levels to this.
If we keep crawling up, Trae Young is 21. Now I get it because he puts up absurd numbers. He is an engine. He is the way Jokic is the scorer and the facilitates all of that. Trae Young does as well. But do you think there's anybody on earth that would want to take Trae Young right now over Jamal Murray?
Trae Young.
What did I say?
Him.
No, Eric's saying
Trae Young would make that.
Trae Young, yeah. Trae Young. But I'm being serious about this, and I like Trae. I don't want to turn this into...
Maybe in PJ.
I don't want us to do the thing that we get mad at everyone else where you just shit on the other players. But I am saying, Trae Young, for as good as he is, Murray does the stuff that matters on this stage.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This stage is different, and Murray's doing this against Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, dude.
As part of a system.
The stakes matter in these things. These accomplishments in the face of this extreme pressure mean something. It's very meaningful, especially when you're talking about basketball's not. We just like to watch it, but there is an ultimate goal. There is an ultimate winner. And again, that's the best part about sports. At the end of the day, there's a right goddamn answer. You can say I like this guy better, and you're like, okay, cool. He lost.
Yeah. The ones I'll feel passionate about, John Morant, 17. Again, it's so hard to quantify the star versus a guy who's a number 2, but he's so good at it. I get it, but again, I will take Jamal Murray. I just will because he does stuff that to me is that translates to this stage.
Is Ja even technically in the NBA currently?
Well, and then the best thing is that it's the chemistry too, right? That you could find a better player in a vacuum. They're not going to have better chemistry than Jokic and Murray have now. They grew up.
Buy-in.
They grew up playing together.
Yeah.
They grew up in the NBA playing together.
Bro, have we analyzed the idea that the two most selfless stars are from Serbia and Canada?
We haven't talked about it per se, no.
Think about that though. We went to Serbia. Everyone is will fall all over themselves to make sure that you have a good time. They're very interested in the idea of a larger collective.
Canadian niceness, is this what
Canada known as the most polite country. There's something about ego being checked at the door, and
that's Canadian, a very Canadian
Serbian and Canadian players. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, it's a theory. But here's the one I I wanted to get to. Donovan Mitchell at 15. And again, Donovan Mitchell is a star. I've always thought this, though, man. He is such a better scorer, and he might be a better scorer than Murray. He might not be, by the way, but he might be. But Murray just does everything, man. And the way he solved the problem last game in game 3, going from game 2 to game 3 and saying, okay, here's what they're doing. Here's how I get out of it. And I have the tool bag to do what I need to do, but also I have the understanding, the IQ to figure it out. I just would not swap Jamal Murray with Donovan Mitchell. And it's not, to me, that's not like a tough one. That's an easy one. You know what I mean? Am I crazy, Dev?
Not now.
Right, not now.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right.
But that's why I think that that's the biggest glow up. You're saying names that if you said that beforehand, no one was saying these things. They would have said that you are crazy. That's a hot take.
Yeah.
But he has proven himself on the biggest stage when it all truly matters that he is not only up there, but he's better than a lot of those people, and you would rather have them. Think about 2 months ago. He was playing really well, but if you would have said he's better than Trae Young, he's better than Donovan Mitchell, people were like, yeah, you're crazy.
Yep.
You're actually...
Well, first of all, I said it and people told me it, so I know it. It's true.
But that's why he is, that's the glow up. That's what it is.
Then, what about you? Glow up.
Michael Malone.
That's a great one.
Who I think this stuff can change. Jamal Murray's NBA life has changed forever. Michael Malone's too. He's going to get thrown in all these conversations as one of the best coaches, one of the best leaders. His sound bites are great when he's mic'd up on the court, off the court, in the pressers. And I think there are a lot of people that are just looking at him like, I like that energy. My team could use that. And then you can take it a step further. The preparation, this is the most prepared the Nuggets have looked each round, right? That they have in their years together. And then even just tactically, I mean, Spoelstra is the pound for pound the best coach in the league. It hasn't looked like a coaching mismatch. It helps when he starts.
Denver was so prepared last game.
So prepared. And Michael Malone, a guy who probably should have gotten more votes over the years for Coach of the Year than he did, was never really in that conversation. I promise you that will be different going forward.
Yeah. I love that answer. You guys all have great answers so far. Honestly, I think that you could there's only one other player you could make a case for, and it's Jokic. It's hard to say just because he wasn't a two-time MVP, so how much can it go? But I do think that it's rare to win an opinion argument.
Man,
it's very rare.
The wildest thing about Malone is that he's kind of taken the media head on. The Nick Wrights and that they will call him out to be like, Michael Malone out here talking all this time. And then now they're like, oh, God damn it. And he's just grinning there, and they're like, they have to be like, all right, yes, you were right. We should. I mean, the other thing is just another thing that's really gotten a glow up is just the idea that the Nuggets are worth paying attention to. The idea, I've seen this.
Great take.
I've seen this being talked about a lot from people that are casuals with the untrained eyes watching. They're Pat McAfee, for example. I heard another conversation he had where it was like, how come he had Brian Windhorst on. He was like, why weren't we shown these Nuggets? Like, why is this coming out of nowhere? This team is so dominant. Why is this something that nobody heard about until the league and, or the playoffs? And Windhorst is like, well, they were there. And then he took them to the whole, the whole saga. Jamal Murray got hurt, blah, 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 blah. But I just feel like, in a way, basketball is having a great glow up.
I love this one.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like
the ratings are good.
The ratings are good. People are showing you that they are interested in just generational talent that is not charismatic by traditional standards, or at least in intentional ways that your normal star goes down the path of, and it's working and people love it. So it's like great.
I love it. Yeah, Malone to me probably would be my answer. I like analytics as well. I like Murray as well. And then Yoke, again, it's hard to make that argument, but it's so rare that you see an issue that is 50-50 split go to 99-1. And that's where we're at. The holdouts are so few that it's like, all right.
It's an all-time vindication run.
All time.
I was so rarely, actually, maybe in my life in sports, because has greatness been so disputed and so indisputably put to bed, that doubt.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.